Alright, so are you sure these two robots are actually going to hell and not just one of those late regeneration types of things? Because because there have been a ton of people who took almost everything to take them down. So they may not actually be fully down, yeah, is all I'm saying. And I don't wanna fucking deal with those people's paperwork for the 5th billionth time. You know what? Just get the two rooms in hell ready. And make it very generic. Like make it ready for some psycho and some giant bulky guy. I mean, isn't Jack going to be soon joining here or something? Ah, whatever. The anyways, I have something else to do right now, so you deal with that. Paperwork, right? Anyways, greetings, mortals. I am Nates, one of the rulers of Hell, or specifically Manga Hell. And today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Nights of the Apocalypse, chapter 303, The Evil Feast. Alright, that is... Who allowed Nakaba into my feast? I thought I strongly forbid offers to be here, even if we are celebrating one of their villains. You are not allowed to come here. And Nakaba, I do not remember you having any legendary villain. So until you have it, we are not celebrating your villains. Wait, what? You tell me this is not actually one of my feasts, this is just the title of the chapter? It's actually related to what's happening in the chapter? Oh, my mistake. My apologies. So yeah, with that confusion out of the way, let's get into this chapter already. So the first page is just Percival in his Kato outfit with his sword. And again, I'm curious, are these Kato outfits gonna be like the main outfits or the main attires they're gonna be wearing? Or is it their main attires they're gonna be wearing are gonna come in Liones? But yeah, anyways, let's get into this. So then we have Percival and I running to her, and we see a bunch of people, a bunch of males, and a couple of small children, like, kind of remind me of a horror story, in terms of faces coming to them and kind of laughing and waving at them. And then we have Percival being like, "Whoa, Donnie, look, there's so many people here." We don't even spend with a bit of whistle and be like, "Yeah," and they're like way friendly. As we see two panels with these people like smiling. And these smiles are, you know, those clown jester masks that we have, where you have like just one eyes like this and mouth just like this, where it's like supposed to be soulless. That's the kind of faces all of these people have. These like smiles, but all both of it soulless, and eyes and mouth as well. And then Percival in his cheery outbeat being like, "Hi guys, I'm Percival. We are on our way to Kingdom of Liones." As everyone there is just grinning and smiling. Well, these people are creepy. And then we have Donnie being like, "Thanks for the welcome, but we are thirsty. You all got a tavern, maybe?" And then one of these characters, I'm just gonna say it now, the character that I was taking a note of in the last chapter starts to speak. He's like, "No, not a tavern, but we do brew ale." I'm not sure if he's talking slowly, but he has a very focus on his way of speech. As we see the other two taking a notice of him, which, how the fuck can you not? Like, I missed it in the last chapter, but this guy is like really big compared to the villagers, and it's even more noticeable in this chapter. Especially in this panel right here, where he looks to be about double the size of an average male here. And this guy, old guy, is really creepy as well. And then he's like, "Welcome to you travelers," as he moves to a side. Now, about his staff, I said I would look into his to see if we got to like see his staff had stuff when the cosmetic items were revealed in the first place. And it seems like we haven't seen this magic stuff beforehand. So I guess we can safely say that that's not the case, that he doesn't have it. And anyways, then we got to the traveler, the hunter, and Nyazel in I guess his kind of makeshift place to stay out of the rain or something. I'm not sure. It looks like it's just but like it looks like just a roof that was randomly put there. So I'm not sure that's like his mainstay or just like something to like, alright, for the night to sleep in, and then I'm going back to my real college. So anyways, this hunter is like, my name is Art. I'm a hunter, and this is my pal Killy, which is a dog. Ugh. And the dog is like just that like super furry dog, super fur covered dog where you can't even see the eyes. And then we have Ad be like, Art be like, we also patrol the area so the travelers don't go in the village. Well, Art, you're doing a bang up job with that, considering the fact there are 3 people in there. And they have and be like, why'd you call it a den of monsters? As Neil is like, it feels pretty spooky, yes? I love how Nazo was this like spooky character at the beginning when we first introduced him, but he's now like the more like, probably like one of the more more normal children from this party. And then we have Art being like, cuz, that's little Allie literally what it is. As then we see, actually, by the looks of this area, it seems like he lives right outside of the village. So this might actually be where he's living. Well, I guess I'm feeling kind of bad about insulting him beforehand about what terrible job he did if he's literally living right next to it. For what it seems to be. So yeah, anyways, he continues. There was no village there before, but 10 or so years ago, they came from who knows where and set up shop. Huh. I'm guessing this might lead into Arthur, and from what my future site is telling me, there might even be more hints to it. Also, because while my future site is not all that reliable, it's literally just a couple of seconds into the future or something. It's not anything big at all. Just more than Katakuri, honestly. So, anyways, then now I start to speak like, well, huh? And then Nan's like, but. And Art's like, they look like normal people to me. And if you don't look at them in the eyes and mouth, of course. As I'm guessing, he was. I guess Ad's now petting his dog for some reason. And then his hand starts to shake. He's like, I ain't kidding you guys. I saw it myself. And then we get a bit of a flashback panel. And we get him saying something like, the moment one leaves the village, they turn into monsters. And you see like one of them leaving as his body like starts to mutate. It's like weird kind of creature. Now I'm guessing this is an in-between state or something like that. Because I'm not sure how to describe it. His form gets like muted out, kind of like wraps around his kind of weird hand. Like it's really creepy. I'm guessing we're gonna have a more clear image of them in the next, or maybe 2 chapters later. But for now, it's really difficult to say what exactly they're supposed to look like. So then Art in his like shaky says like, and any traveler who goes in is never seen again. You see what I mean? I guess a lot more people in there than he used to. I guess it's more that he lets people in, not because he like wants to. It's like more they don't listen to him, and I guess he just stays there like watching to see. Oh, are they gonna come out this time? Are we gonna see them again? I'm not sure. And then we have and be like, didn't Sin tell us about this? Which references the last chapter because there are rumors about this mountain, and Now, so it's like the village of man-eating orcs. It's like, as like, you gotta stay. No, they are odds. Then like, you gotta stay away. You hear me? As I'm guessing either it's here Alan Knowles will be like, so we can. We need to tell about those three about this. And then I was like, you're gonna go in? No, it's too risky. And it's like, that's all the more reason we gotta go in. They're our valued companions. And then I was like, please, sir, tell us everything you know about that village. As I was like, you guys. And then and then we called back to the village with, I'm guessing that it's not anything major or something we get revealed right now with the whole, show, don't tell type of thing. So then we have Donnie getting enjoying his ale. Is like, and he's always been like, hey, yeah, this is good and all, but it's kind of this got this kind of unique like thing to it. That's it called. I'm not complaining about as the elder looking even more like the most stereotypical evil boss than before. Is like under ale, the villagers molded after Britannian's ale. Says I'm hoping the anime doesn't. I'm hoping this is gonna be. I mean, it's very weird how overly evil this looks, and Percival and Donnie do not notice it. I mean, I guess the two are drunk, so that's I guess the reason. But still. And then we have him continue and be like, "Well, and I guess this is not me like, well, I dig it." As we get even more of those like evil smirking faces, as Percival was like, "Ha ha," smiling back. He's like, boy, seeing all these smiles really makes you want to smile back, huh? And so it's like, nah, it's only you. Which is kind of true. And then we have Donnie being like, but the villagers sure are quiet, huh? And then the elder's like, they cannot speak the Britannian tongue, that is why. Will that be a problem? As then Persephone responds with, nah, we don't need a language. If we can read each other's hearts, we can still be friends. I don't think those things have hearts, Percival. And then Don's like, well, nice saying there, kid. And then Percival be like, Grandpa said he thought it up raising me as a baby. And then Don's like, oh, you stole it from him. Huh? And here we have the elder looking at Percival's blade, and he seems to have this kind of like this kind of that kind of evil, like very stereotypical evil smile to his eye. And that's just as Sin starts speaking from top of one of the buildings, be like, "Who the hell are you, old man?" Uh, as Don and Percival seem to look up at him, as the elder looks at him, and he's like, as Sin is like, I saw that bird back in Kant. I know you've been using it to spy on us since then. So I guess that confirms that that bird belongs to him. And judging judging by how much attention the elder got into Percival's blade, I'm guessing that's now hint to him working for Arthur. And then says like, so tell me, are you after Percival here, the Coffin of Eternal Darkness, or both? If it's both, I'm guessing then he's confirmed to be someone who's after the Four Knights of the Apocalypse. He's one who works for Arthur. If it's for Coffin, I guess someone who just wants the relics. And I feel like that would probably be something that would probably be very marketable to people who know the stuff. And Percival, I'm not sure. Like, there are some theories about Percival because how he looks like, but I'm not exactly sure. There's nothing that's been said right now, and Sin never spoke like there'd be anything specific. Maybe Sin is just like Alright, it's possible not all Arthur's knights will be after everything. Like, the whole coffin may be a new update that this guy may not have just heard. Being after Percival may just be a trap that's meant to like destroy their 4 knights. Both, I guess the memo is very good with Arthur. So I don't know. And then Don is like, quit worrying, man. And Percival's like, everyone's hair is so nice, and then the other's uh, like Sin, the fox name, Sin, Sin the fox. He's like, ha ha, I see. And he's like, what's so funny? And the other's like, Sin, I'd like to talk to you privately. And Sin takes a note of it, and he's like, sure. As he jumps from the building behind and starts to walk with him. And Ziao's like, follow me. It was like, Sin. And the other's like, prepare food for them. As the as the guy and Percival look a bit confused about the situation. Now, I'm wondering if this guy has some kind of magic to get people like to follow him, some kind of like temptation magic where it makes everyone more susceptible to his manipulation, because I can kind of buy Percival and even to a lesser extent Donnie getting kind of not noticing anything weird here. But I'm really weird how Sin would be the one to fall for this like very suspicious stuff. No, this elder seemed to have spoken in a way like he knew what Sin was. So that might be the case. I'm not sure, although he could possibly like this might be a joke on people who realize that Sin, a red fox, Sin the fox, sin of greed from the seven sins, like that's what maybe we are leading here to something, or at least an explanation to what exactly is going on with this part. I'm not. I don't think it's Bond. I feel like Bond is his own character. I think Sin's like completely new. I think it's just a weird coincidence. And I'm guessing this is just gonna be starting to reference it. But yeah. Anyways, we get a bunch of food on the table, and Donnie and Percival just start eating it. He's like, Donnie's like, this is damn good. Kind of weird tasting though. And Percival's like, weird tasting, but I love it. And this is again where I think there might be some like temptation because, well, needless to say, from what it seems to be implied, it doesn't seem to be normal food, or at least not food that can be shown. Also, in a couple seconds. So then we have Don be like, "We never did eat in Kent, huh?" And the person like, "Too bad and Nasian's on here for this." And he was like, "Hey, can I get an ale refill?" And person like, "And I'll take more meat, please." And then we have the person be like, "Boy, I never had meat like this before." And then we have the guy walking to a place, I guess, where they assume is the kitchen, or where they pretend is the kitchen. Then he starts speaking this like weird tongue, which I don't know if we ever saw in some of these scenes. And we see the guy sharpening his blade, stinging a bit, or he's saying stare. Then with his like freakish monster tongue licking it, then tapping his shoulder as we see something. I'm guessing it's some kind of deer? I'm not sure. It's kind of this kind of weird thing. I am that seems to be shaking as he starts to chop at it, and it just spews blood all over him. Oh my god, this is like creepy. It's starting to get really creepy. I wonder if the Full Notes of the Apocalypse are gonna be something like the Eden Zeros to Fairy Tail, where there are a lot more darker content in it. So yeah. Anyways, I guess we get like to the main building as we have the elder guy being like, "You've done well to see for me who I am, but enough about this." As then we see some kind of like weird place And be like, you must be tired after your long journey. As we see Sin Stale, and then we have the Elder looming over Sin. He's like, please rest your weary bones here. As long as you like. As we see Sin on the ground being like this. I'm guessing there's some kind of like poison in this like a pot or something that makes him like knocks him out or something. Like again, I feel like there is some manipulation here to make everyone like substant be tricked into falling to their ruse, to their trap. Just the way that this comes off with. Like, say he's not a dumb character, so I don't see why he would be falling for this. So then we have I'm guessing Odd being like, so you see the circulate around the village? And then we get I'm guessing I'd be like, are those stones? As I was like, yeah, they never leave the circle. If they do, they turn back into monster, which is something that happened before in chapter. And then he's like, so I was like, so it's some kind of protection barrier. And I was like, the one I saw got yelled at by the elder. As I'm guessing Nazo, like the elder, which I was referring to that guy who was talking with anyone already. And then he's like, the old guy, the one who's taller than the others. That's the name I gave him. So I guess we don't know his name yet. And then he's like, then how will you lure them out of the village? And then they adds like, there's only one way. We have to destroy their idol. And then we see the idol, and then the idol is, the idol seems to be a stone with a building on top of it. Look at like a blade with a hat. As we see one of them be like, I don't know, others be like, the idol? And then the other's like, yeah, that weird stone in the center of the village. They're always taking care of it, so it must mean a lot. So he doesn't actually know what it is, but he's assuming it's something important. Which, my guy looks weird. Although I'm not sure if taking care of it would actually be a good thing, considering, how it looks like if you just touch it like once, it would fall. Like, it looks really impractical. And then we have and be like, okay, so we break it, and while they are all confused, and like, right, then you go and ask your pals. And then I'm like, let's go, Nosians. So yeah. Anyways, we have Odin be like, don't worry, I'll divert their attention from our side so you can sneak in. And I was like, wait a minute, Art. And then doesn't that expose you to danger too? Which does bring on a point. Like, I was so scared of these people, so why is he helping them so fully? And then we have on respond with, why are you that eager to help us? Oh no, again this nonsense be like putting on the obvious, like, dude, you have been against it so much, and you didn't even like fully wanna, help until just now. And then we have I'm be like, are you suspicious of him? And Nun's like, I don't mean that, which is true. Like, you can ask someone like that. Like, it's weird, is what he's saying. And this one's like, he's fine, okay? He hasn't lied at all yet. I guess everyone who forgot about Anne's ability to see through through lies, which I wonder if that's gonna be integral later in the next chapter or two, since there does seem to be some manipulation stuff going on here. Although it's funny that she didn't take note of anything like magical. And unless this is gonna lead into disguising it or something, I'm not sure. And then we have this. I'll be like, I just can't stand to watch any more innocent people get killed. So that seems to get on Nazian's and Anne's good side. So I'm getting a little suspicious here. Now, if we assume this elder is working for Arthur, I do have to wonder if this village would have two of his knights there. Especially if those two knights are not some really thickish powerhouses. I mean, after all, first of all, a limited telescope are an issue. And since now they can at least know where one of them is, or at least basically get the idea of where they should strike, I don't see why they would just send one guy, a guy there, or at least send to these people who are in location some backup. And not just be like, oh, thank you very much. And then I was like, okay, guys, get going. We have to save those three. I'm guessing that's Anbin. And they're and determined to be like, time to kick this off. And that's behind it too. We're a bit more concerned face. And happy and determined, not as being a bit more determined, with being very serious. And then we have the last part of the chapter being Donnie falling asleep as one guy seems to be ready to grab him, and Percival eating his full, as we see the shadow loom above it and those guys' faces. I guess that's how Anne will see through her eyes or something. I'm not sure. So yeah, this is the end of the chapter. This chapter is giving us really some good horror vibes, especially if that thing that other guy caught was a human being. So yeah, Elder, I'm right now leaning into him being Arthur's holy knight working for him. Although he doesn't really fit a setup with everyone else having like armor, but it's possible that because of the disguising the monsters as humans, it's possible that he himself is using some kind of disguise to make himself look like an elder instead of a knight. Although I think he could probably pick the less suspicious look to himself. I mean, if Art is working for Arthur as well, he's just like using some kind of disguise to fool anyone. He's doing a way better job at it than that elder guy. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this chapter. I hope you leave a like, subscribe to this channel for comments for more videos in the future, and tell me in the comments below what do you think of this chapter. And with that said, I can't wait to see all of you people next time. Goodbye.